So I had just graduated in software engineering and I had gotten a great job offer to go work doing software design. There was just one problem. I really didn't like it, so I quit to trade Forex.
You what?
Up to this point, I've been trading, I've been pretty consistent, and things are headed in the right direction. At this point, YouTube is kind of making enough to help support a little bit of the bills to take a little bit off of the risk of trading full time. So transparency, I wasn't 100% just trading. I've got capital built up to actually do this thing full time, and I'm making enough to get by. I've got to pay my rent. Rent is about $1,200. I've got to pay groceries, and let's say I pay $300 a month for food. That puts me at $1,500 total, and let's say that I have various expenses. Let's tack on another $1,000 total for everything involved. That puts me at $2,500 total that I need to make just to survive. How much money do I have to make? Well, $2,500 is a start. I probably want to have a little bit extra for trading, so let's put it at a target of needing to make $3,000 a month. Well, at this point, YouTube is helping me out a little bit, and I'm comfortably looking at about $4,000 a month total between everything that I'm doing. I think I'm at a point where I can make $4,000 consistently. So putting this all together, I think I'll quit my job and go for it. Just be honest with you. I have another opportunity that I really think I might have to pursue.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. These things happen, so I totally understand.
And all of that running through my head was 3 years ago. A couple things that you should think about. I'm not making this video just to show off my experience and where I went with this stuff. Of course, I am proud of what happened. I was able to, quit my job, continue to trade. Things went well in my trading. There, of course, were downsides, upsides, drawdown periods. Things were not easy, but we were able to make it. And my goal with this video is to hopefully inspire, hopefully motivate some of you guys who are thinking about this. How do you quit your job? How do you go into trading Forex for a living? Well, again, full context, I wasn't 100% making my money from trading. I still to this day make money from YouTube and my business, but trading was at the time a very big component to what I was doing. So I wanted to be consistent. And up to this point, I had saved up some money. I had started some previous businesses. I had funds to trade with, which is something that I want to put on the table first. I wasn't quitting my job with $1,000 in the bank account. I was quitting my job with years of savings that I had put into trading and investing, and it was going well. And fortunately for me, my trading strategies and things went very well for me in my first 6 months quitting my job. I was able to be relatively consistent. There was a point where things got a little bit ugly, had a drawdown, it was not fun, and we worked through it. But my goal with this is to hopefully talk a little bit about what I was thinking, like what my goals were as somebody trying to quit their job and go full time with being a Forex trader. What does that even mean? So here's the thing. When quitting my job, my first concern was, am I going to actually be able to survive? And what am I doing by quitting this great job that was paying me good money to do this instead? Of course, there was risk involved. I quit that job and I didn't know with certainty if I was going to make money next month. And if you're not comfortable with that, don't even think about doing this because there was risk. I took that, that initial jump, and I didn't know if next month I was going to make money from trading or not. But that's why I gave myself some cushion. So transparency, I had money saved up. I wasn't going to go, begging the bank for a loan if I didn't make money right away next month. I had some cushion that I had built up. I worked for, the job for a while. I'd worked previous jobs. I had started some businesses. So I was at a point where I had saved up enough money. Now, how much money did I have? Well, I think at the point of doing this, I had saved up $40,000 to $50,000. And this is between starting businesses. This is between, getting paid from my previous jobs. I had saved up money to trade and invest with, as well as I had a YouTube channel that was kind of growing and helping to pay the bills a little. It wasn't much, but I think at the time I was maybe making $1,000 a month total from YouTube, which was helping to pay my bills. And from there, I figured, if I can make enough money from trading and things like that, it would be great. So that was the context. I'm not saying that I 100% just went cold turkey with no capital into trading. I had capital saved up. I worked towards this for a long period of time. I knew it was something I wanted to do, and finally took the leap. So if you're at home, the first thing I want you to know is I did have trading capital. So no, you have to have reserves. You shouldn't be quitting your job if you can't, withstand a couple months of slow period, maybe a couple losing months in there. You've got to have some cushion for when you do decide to take that jump. The next thing I want you to know is I was profitable before I quit my job. I wasn't quitting my job saying, oh, I'll figure this trading thing out. And that's what I was consistently profitable for over a year before I quit my job. So, I knew that there's not a guarantee with being consistent, of course, but I had a track record of performing well internally. I knew that, okay, I can take this risk because I've seen consistent growth in my trading account. I was shooting for reasonable low risk returns. And that brings me to my final thing to think about before you quit your job. I set for myself, when I quit my job, I set very low expectations for my trading, like really, really low. Like, can I live off of making, a couple percent per month? And at this point, I had rolled capital in from various sources of income. Like I said, I had about $50,000 to invest with. I also had some other investments that were making some money at the same time. So all said and done, can I make enough money to survive off of a lower percentage per month? That's something you have to think about. And setting those very low thresholds for you to live off of are really, really important, because when the stress is put onto you to trade for a living, like, okay, I'm gonna either make money out of these markets to pay my bills or not, that stress is crushing. It is tremendous. Like, imagine if, you're trading, a lot of you guys are probably trading as a hobby, maybe as a side hustle, you're starting to get break even, you're starting to get profitable. Imagine if your 100% exposure to whether or not you make or lose money in your living was exposed to your trading performance. That's like incredible stress. So for me personally, I couldn't really do that. Like, that wasn't going to be me. So I actually sort of hedged my bet with like making YouTube videos and some of my other businesses. So again, full transparency, I wasn't 100% trading for a living at this point. It was a component to my living, and it still is to this day, but it wasn't the sole thing. And I really don't recommend, if you're a single person, to dedicate your 100% income to your trading, because there's ebbs and flows and the stress is immense. So having a little bit of a hedge was kind of a nice thing. Another form of a hedge would be if you have a spouse or significant other who can also make money in maybe consistent ways. Maybe they have a job that they like. And another point that I want to make, there's nothing wrong with working a job. I've had jobs that I've really liked. I've had jobs that I really didn't like. But at the end of the day, this job that I was at, I really did not like. It really was not for me. And I knew long-term that I wanted to try trading and investing for a full-time at some point anyways. So I decided to take that leap. I knew the risks involved. And honestly, here's the thing that I kept telling myself over and over, because I was so afraid to do it. There's a lot of fear in quitting your job that's paying you great money. Like, that's horrifying, and rightfully so for probably anybody who does it. It wasn't like I was quitting my job to go get another great job. I was quitting my job to go do this thing that was risky, and everybody around me was like, are you sure you want to do that? Right? There's a lot of, pressure from everyone around. So my thought process with that is that you've got to be able to identify, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to take that risk? And also understanding that, if you do decide to take that risk, the cool thing is you can always go get another job. And that was a reassuring thing for me. I was like, I'm going to quit this thing. I'm going to move on from this job. But the worst case scenario is I just go get another one. And I can find something that ideally I would like better. I didn't hate software entirely. I just didn't love the job that I was working. So, you put it all together. I was willing to take that risk knowing that I could go get another job if I had to. I had capital saved up. My trading was showing consistency. The things were there to take the risk, and that risk really paid off. Now, fast forward to today, we have put together a team of traders here in Atlanta, Georgia. We have a community for traders online, which is awesome. The YouTube channel has really kind of exploded more than I ever thought it would. So I'm so thankful to you guys for watching the videos. It's been awesome. The channel has grown. That's allowed us to expand into a team, creating tons of trading content for people for free around the world, which has been awesome. We've been able to hire producers and an editor and a team of people that help us to make all of this content possible. So it's been a really crazy journey, and that's a little bit of my story on how I actually initially quit my job and went full-time with the trading and with the YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel created, an entire media business out of this stuff. So it's been a crazy run, but thank you for supporting the channel. I hope for you the best in your trading career if you want to go full-time. Again, I hope this was helpful to you. This is a bit of my story. And with that said, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and see you later. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. There are more videos available on our channel here and here, so go ahead and click into that for some more free trading content. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time.